Good afternoon. We are the Team E, and we are made up Juan Pablo Huerta, Fátima Cassandra González, Ricardo Pascual Ibarra, Patricia Mabeli Leal, and me, Gustavo Ángel Loera. And we are going to present our final project.
Helados Casasais is a company that since 1995 has developed a new concept of frozen bolis, given the need to offer its customer products of superior quality. In its trajectory has highlighted the great acceptance of the consumer, thanks to the importance that he has focused on the use of high-quality raw materials as well as automatic production process for the production of his products. And talking about a little theory, ergonomics is the scientific study of people at work. Workplace ergonomic evaluation helps employers recognize ergonomic hazards caused by workplace layout or design that may be contributing to an employer's stress or physical discomfort. In this project, we will analyze the workstation of our operations, which is exposed with repeated movements in a sealer, working for a day, 9 hours a day. And well, the products produced in this workstation are bolis. Bolis are type of ice cream made from natural fruit juice or sugar solutions with artificial colors and flavorings that is wrapped in a sealer plastic package or bag that usually has a cylindrical and elongated shape and subsequently frozen. And for analysis, we use the formulas of the anthropometric measurements. And for economic evaluation, we use the ruler method.
Well, first of all, we analyze the arm, the forearm, and the wrist. In step 1, the result of the arm is 4 because the worker's arm is raised about 60 degrees. Then in step 2, the result of the forearm position is 3. And in step 3, the result of the wrist position is a 3. And in step 4, the result of the twist of the wrist is 1. Next, please. Then we join the result of arm, forearm, wrist, and the twist of the wrist and put them on the table. So the score of the step 5 is a 5. Then in step 6, the result we put is 1, and in step 7, a 0. So the result of arm, forearm, and wrist is a 6. Next, please. Then we analyze the neck, trunk, and leg. The result of the position of the neck is a 2 because we consider that the neck is in 50 degrees. In step 10, the result of the trunk position is a 2. And in step 11, the result we put is 1. So then we join them in the table B, and the result of step 12 is 2. Then in step 13, the result is 1 because the posture is always static. And in the step 14, we put a 0. So the result of the neck, trunk, and leg is 3. Next, please. Finally, we join the two results in table C, and the result is a 5. So the recommendation for the company is that they have to make a change and as soon as possible to take care of the worker, because according to the ergonomic tool, Rula, the work is in interval 5, so she maybe take a risk.
Hi, my name is Fatima, and I will talk to you about the anthropometric measurements. According to the work that will be carried out in each station, we opted to consider anthropometric measurements of people sitting down, since doing an analysis in these stations, most of the time they are standing up. Next one, please. We choose 6 women for these measurements because the workstation were designed for adult women, which they usually work at this type of business. So we tried to ensure that the measures were anthropometrically proposed for the comfort of this population. We can see in this chart the measurements that we use. Some examples like sitting height, shoulder height, elbows, weight, etc. And our measurement instrument were the flexometer. Next one, please. Well, in these results will help us for the improvement proposal, which our partner will talk about it.
Okay, well, with the results of the anthropometric study, we had the table. The table was made of was made with the proposal included on the station of work. And next, please. Okay, as a team, we concluded that there are various improvements that must be made. Among them are, as a proposal for improvement, we have the purchase of an automatic sealing machine that does all the work of sealing the product. This will employ the arrangement of personnel because a person will not be needed to handle said machine. And well, here we have the machine. It's automatic, and uh, we 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 will not need some extra workers to use it because as I said, it is automatic. Next, please. Okay, another proposal is to adapt a package table designed with a previous anthropometric study. In this, the person who is in this workstation will be standing packing the product. Here we have the table. One person will be there and packing the product, and are with the previous anthropometric study, we designed it, and it is cheap and ergonomic. Next, please. Okay, here we can see the layout of the current workstation with one worker operating the sealer and another accommodating the product. This is the layout before we made the improvements. And here we can see that the old machine, and that we have 3 workers. Next, please. Okay, in this proposed new layout, you can see the new sealing machine and suite table to pack the product. a little space is freed and a more dynamic work is done in the station. Here we can see that we add the new machine and we remove one worker, and we add the table that we designed for this station. And here we can see that we have some more space to do all the activities. Next, please. Okay, eliminated risks. Some risks removed are gradual loss of air from constant exposure to noise, loss of limbs, static type work, increased blood pressure and muscle fatigue, and gradual loss of sight. Next, please.
Okay, we continue with implementation costs. The cost of the sealing machine was $3,092. It was estimated that the machine will provide 80,640 units per hour. This means that in a workday of 8 hours, 17,218 units will be obtained more than the last machine. So, assuming the entire library is sold, a net profit of $4,744 will be obtained in just one day. The investment will recover in just days' work. The next one, please. Later, we have some DTS diseases probably eliminated. One of the carpal tunnel syndrome is a medical condition due to compression of the median nerve as it travels through the grid of the carpal tunnel. Another one, tendinitis, is an inflammation or irritation of the tendon and the cord that attach bone the muscle. Then Kerban syndrome is a painful inflammation of tendons in your wrist and lower thumb. And the last one, trigger finger, is a condition in which one of your fingers gets stuck in a bent position. The next one.
And finally, the conclusion is that the work helped us to evaluate a work area using different ergonomic tools and methods that we saw during the semester, and help us to analyze the improvements that may arise within that work, because as industrial engineers, it is important to be able to visualize improvements inside the company. And it's all.